Hello again, welcome to episode 2 of my experiences as a foreign exchange student on Tatooine. If you want to learn more about the desert planet of Tatooine, you can watch the documentary series Star Wars. It is obscure, but you can find it at most art house cinema type movie rental places. So anyway, I've got a lot of fan responses, lots of questions, so let's dive right in, shall we? First question from Jen B. She would like to know how exactly I managed to meet Luke Skywalker. Very simple, actually. He was my professor, which is embarrassing since we went out. Anyway, he was my professor for Introduction to the Force at Tatooine Community College. So apparently he'd been like a really big shot Jedi Master at the Jedi Temple. But then all of his students simultaneously turned evil, joined something called the Knights of Ren, which is like an evil student body club or something. Anyway, I don't really understand it. So he lost his tenure, was bumped all the way down to adjunct professor at Tatooine Community College. So he was all depressed. I was a student alone in a galaxy where I literally knew no one in the entire galaxy. So one thing led to another, we dated, it ended badly, he's a hermit now. Anyway, you know the end. So, second letter. What did you do for fun on the desert planet of Tatooine? Stacey wants to know. Alright, Stacey. Like any other college planet, you know, there's a lot of drinking, there's a lot of games, there's a lot of sports. I went to a lot of pod racing championships. The college pod racing team was really good. I mean, they had new players every single time, obviously, because of pod racing accidents. But, I mean, it was a lot like college football. Fast-paced, lots of action. 90% of the participants died during the course of the race due to fiery engine malfunctions. So, a lot like football. Next letter. So, Jeff says, you mentioned that you dated locals plural. Yes, I did, actually. Not just Luke Skywalker, I also dated Ben Solo. He was a lot closer to my age. Luke was very much older. Ben Solo was a bit of a bad boy, and I was into that, you know. We shared hair care tips. We shopped at Hot Topic a lot. Listened to some rock music, you know. But after a few weeks, I started to notice a few red flags. You know, Dark Jedi are great. They're allowed to date, unlike, you know, Jedi from the light side. They're actually encouraged to date. Apparently, romantic entanglements just really fuel that dark force. Don't know why. But went over to his house to watch Gilmore Girls. Stopped in to use the bathroom. Snooped the medicine cabinet like you do. 3 years worth of unused prescription antipsychotics. Tiny baby red flag, you know. But I was like, he's a nice guy. So what, he's off his meds, kept going out. A few weeks later, he's like, hey, you want to go to a laser show? And I'm like, laser show? It's awfully retro. All right. He's like, yeah, I'm going to use a laser to blow up a planet. And I was like, oh, yeah, that sounds a little bit murdery for a date, you know? Maybe instead we go to Colour Me Mine, we paint a few vases, a few plates or something, you know? Maybe that instead. He's all like, no, I'm really set on the blowing up a planet thing. So then I was just like, you know, actually, I have to stay home and organize my drawer of Tatooine long white leg wraps that we all wear for whatever reason. Can't go with you. Never called him again, never saw him again. Actually called the Republic and was like, hey, just so you know, there's this guy, Ben Solo, who keeps talking incessantly about wanting to blow up a planet. Thought maybe you should know, you know, Homeland Security, whatever. And they're all like, chill, babe. We defeated the bad guys 40 years ago. It's over. Now we just like sit around, stay out of everyone's business. Like the old regime was way into everybody's business. We kicked him out. Now we just smoke some Andorian moss, drink some Bantha milk. It's chill, lady. So they kind of ignored it, but it's not like my one phone call was, you know, the make or break warning that the galaxy needed. The galaxy wasn't hanging in the balance of my phone call. I'm sure they're fine. Anyway, I went back after that, so, you know, probably have some more stories to tell you in the next episode, but I will sign off for now.